craft meets AI. From the starts, Hungry ECOCITIES paths to progress experiments.
This is Prosciutto di Parma. 14 months of salt, air, and waiting. Yet when you buy it in a supermarket, nothing on the package tells you what that long wait actually meant. What happened inside this piece of meat? What patience built? Who crafted it? In a food system optimized for speed, artisanal products that depend on traditional methods face a paradox. Their greatest strength, generations of refined technique, has become invisible to consumers. Industrial producers can mimic the appearance in months. What if we could make craft visible again? Not as nostalgia, but as measurable reality. Something you can see and understand. Hi, I'm Damian, and I've been exploring food through my project, the AI Cuisine, using artificial intelligence to imagine culinary futures. Through Hungry ECOCITIES, I had the chance to move from speculation to documentation, to work with actual artisans preserving centuries-old traditions. I connected with Capanna Prosciutti in Parma, a family company established in 1930, now in its fourth generation. Bound by strict consortio regulations, specific breeds, specific feed, 14-month minimum aging, no nitrites, no smoke. Techniques have been refined across nearly a century.
Hi, I'm Giorgia Capanna, and I stepped into the collaboration with a clear interest: understanding our license to operate with meat products in our rapidly changing food system. As perception shift and environmental impacts come under scrutiny, what justifies continuing these traditions? Could we demonstrate, not just claim, that our methods create something genuinely distinct, that this ancient preservation technique matters? The approach combined multiple forms of data collection and experiments, photography, videography, sound analysis, to document the curing environment, and large language models to process scientific and cultural knowledge.
Working with food scientists and biological analysts, I tested what traditional consortium methods truly produce. Using 24-month Capanna hams alongside industrial and non-PDO samples, we ran X-ray and MRI scans, histological tissue analysis, and collagen assessments. Capanna's 24-month hams showed high protein density and deep, even salt diffusion. Microscopy revealed parallel muscle fibers, fine fat dispersion, and thin connective tissue, structures that allow safe aging and create the distinctive melt of true Parma ham. Industrial samples showed clustered fat, irregular protein, and thick collagen, physical evidence of faster processes. The data needed a form that could be experienced, not just read. Entering the book design experiment. How do I embody the process it documents? Using AI assistants trained in chemistry, culture, and regulation, I co-authored the book as both research and artifact. Using the 1830s salt printing technique and the same sea salt Capanna uses for curing, I mixed it with silver chloride and brushed it onto cotton sheets. Each page was exposed to UV light, the image emerging slowly, invisible at first, then gradually revealed, just like curing. This project sits within a larger question about meat culture in our changing food system. Climate shifts are making traditional curing windows less predictable. Energy costs rise. Regulations tighten while competition intensifies. For artisanal producers bound by PDO standards, no shortcuts, minimum aging periods. Economic survival means one thing: consumer literacy. Artificial intelligence was used not as replacement, but as translator, to show what master artisans see by touch and instinct, making implicit knowledge explicit and teachable. I hope this can help demonstrate authenticity. The book, documentation, and research materials remain at Capanna for visitors to experience, with potential applications in exhibitions and food education contexts. But the broader contribution is simple: giving people the capacity to recognize value when they encounter it. The goal isn't to tell people what to eat. It's to help them make conscious choices. Eat less, but better. Understand that technique itself is an ingredient, that time cannot be substituted, that some traditions deserve preservation, not as museum pieces, but as viable alternatives to industrial food production. A food system where slowness is not a weakness, but a form of progress, where tradition and innovation work together, where time itself remains an ingredient.